Hello, my name is Wyatt, and today I'll be making a brief video walkthrough of this rental management software that we have made here at Share Marketplace. Before I get into the features, I'd like to just talk a little bit about our company and kind of who we are. So we are a startup based out of Kelowna, British Columbia, founded by graduates of the University of British Columbia. And our goal as a company is to make renting as easy, if not easier, than buying. And we figured what better way to do this than to create a tool for small to medium-sized rental businesses, because they kind of serve as the foundation of the rental economy, and we need a strong foundation to see a future where renting is more common than buying. With that in mind, let's take a look at the software. So this is the landing page, which is what we call the portal, but essentially is the dashboard. And from here you can see all your bookings and kind of the stage they're at, so you can see whether a payment's been made, you can see whether invoices have been sent, whether it's returned, pending, confirmed, all kinds of stuff. If you double click on a booking, you can see it in more depth. From here you can see the summary, you can see delivery information if that's relevant, you can send waivers, you can send invoices, and you can download PDFs. You can also send payment links to your customers. Next, we have the inventory tab. From here, you can see all your inventory items and the kind of booking flow for them, quantity, what's in, what's out. If you click here to expand, you can see that each inventory item is assigned a serial number. These Dochi ones are the automatically assigned ones, but you can see here by the best serial number ever made in history ever, that they're completely customizable. So if you have a system for serial numbers that you want to maintain in the software, you can do so by customizing them. If you double click on an inventory item, you can view your images, you can edit pricing, edit descriptions, you can also view maintenance history, and you can store images relevant to specific bookings as well. In the analytics tab, you can see all your key metrics. It's a fake store that we've made here, so all the analytics are kind of fake, but you can kind of get the idea. You can see your customer journey, so the conversion funnel, where you can see unique visitors to your website, total page views, carts created, and completed orders, so you can kind of get an idea of the customer's experience with your website. You can also see specific analytics about the customers and your inventory items, and you can also export all of this to a PDF if you would like to. In the Customers tab, you can see all of the customers. Again, fake store. Imagine that you had a list of all the customers that have ever rented for you, and it's very long. You can filter this list by different criteria, and then you can select your customers based on this criteria, and you can send them emails. So we do different marketing templates, and you also have the ability to create one from scratch, where you just can edit everything. You see how it's changing here based on what I'm typing. You can change the colors scheme as well, and kind of just customize your email outreach through our system. On the sidebar here, we have a little bit more of the nitty-gritty of the software. So the first tab is the calendar. Calendar has many different view models, so this default view is just the month you're currently on, but you can also expand it to 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. If you want to expand on a month, you just click right there and it'll blow it up. And then there's also a week view where you can see your different items and what they're doing on the week. And this can be switched to employee view, where you see your different employees and it will track like their deliveries, bookings that are assigned to them for prep or whatever it may be. And then your bookings view, where you can see just the actual bookings instead of all of the items. Next is the booking center, where you can create a new booking. You can manage your bookings, which is the same screen that's on the dashboard. And you can also view your customers. Inventory, manage inventory, same screen that's on the dashboard. Maintenance, so if an item breaks, you can create a maintenance record for it, and this maintenance record will appear on the calendar as well. And then you can add inventory either through manual entry in these cells, or you can upload a CSV that is formatted similarly to this example right here. Next, we have contracts. So we don't provide any templates for you because every business has their own needs, but what you can do is you can, and we do waivers as well, which is a little bit of a distinction, but you can copy and paste your existing contract in here, And all you need to do is drag and drop these dynamic fields in, and then what we'll do is for each booking, the information that needs to be in these brackets will be filled in based on the details of that booking. And then you can create the contract and you'll associate listings. So we have none available right now, but every listing that you associate with this contract will automatically apply for when that listing is booked. And then in terms of waivers, it's basically the same thing, except that you can add different fields after. So if you need someone, for example, you're a bike business and you need to know people's heights, you can add a height field. So when the customer is completing the waiver, they input their height, and you can have that information ready for when the booking starts. Next, you have the Payments tab. We allow you to add coupons for different discounts, and within this tab you can also track analytics about the coupons, how many times they were used, how much the customer saved, XYZ. You can also see your transaction history. You can see your payment processors, so we integrate with Stripe and Square. And we also integrate with QuickBooks, so you can connect your QuickBooks through the Payment tab. Reviews. It's a fake store, so there's no reviews, but they would all be 5 stars if there were any, of course. Support. In this tab, you can see different integration support options. You can submit tickets and feedbacks. You also have system walkthroughs that we've created, and kind of phone support, so all of our representatives have their phone numbers in here that you can call them if you need help, which is the recommended way to get support because we're pretty attentive to the phones. Settings, you have all the various setting information, so you can change your logos, you can add a store description, contact information, payment settings. You can also add your store hours and delivery pricing as well as taxes. You also have team members. So we have unlimited team members for you. We don't charge based on the amount of people. So you can just add a new member and give them either admin privileges or not. So you can kind of customize what they're able to see. You have basic 2-factor authentication and triggers. So triggers are like if you know that an item, for example, needs new insurance, you can create a trigger where it's like 1 week before insurance needs to be updated, it'll alert you. That way you can keep track of stuff as well through the system. And that covers most of the basic features. There's a lot more I could show you. I could probably make an 1.5 hour long video if I wanted to, but for the sake of time and everyone's attention spans, I'll just leave it here. If you would like to see more, feel free to book a full-on software demo through us. You can do that by contacting us. I'll put our contact information on the screen right here. And yeah, please book a demo so we can show you more and answer any questions you may have. But either way, I've been Wyatt, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. See you next time.